Today, we will be installing the Lander Lite DIY Base. To start, you'll need to gather your DIY kit and place the desktop on the floor with the underside facing up. Now, slide the top support arm onto the base frame. The middle notch on the top support arm should line up with the center notch of the leg mount. Assemble for both sides. The Lander Lite DIY Base is a T-leg mechanism and is designed to be mounted along the center line, which runs widthwise. As you take the next step, stay aware that you should ensure your base is aligned properly in the middle of the tabletop and edges for your specific setup. Now, identify which DIY kit you have. If you have no crossbar for desktops 44 inches wide and smaller, lay out each assembled side so that the top arm is 1/2 inch to 2 inches from the side edges of the desktop, depending on top size and space available. If you have a fixed crossbar for desktops 45 inches to 53 inches wide, lay out the fixed crossbar assembly so that the desktop side edges are equal distance to the top support arm and so that the crossbar assembly is centered. If you have an adjustable crossbar for desktops 53 inches to 71 inches wide, slide the two crossbar mounts together. Lay out the crossbar assembly so they will fit 1 to 3 inches from the edge of the desktop and so that the crossbar assembly is centered. Next, you'll screw the frame into the desktop using a drill and provided screws. Pilot holes are recommended. Screws are included with your kit, but you may need to substitute as needed depending on the thickness of your own desktop. Be careful, do not drill through your desktop. Identify leg 1, which is the leg with 3 cable receptacles. Now, mount the legs by placing them in the leg mount. Ensure that they rest against the slots in the back of the housing. Now connect the hand controller cable to leg 1. Then, plug in the 2-port power cable. Finally, use a 6-port cable to connect leg 1 to leg 2. To secure the leg, place a clamp on the housing with the arrow pointing towards the leg and press down firmly. Then place the lock in the clamp. The arrow on the lock should face the arrow on the clamp. Fix the lock in place by pressing on it firmly with the heel of your foot. Flat-soled shoes are recommended. Repeat the same process for the other side. To install the hand controller, we recommend that you place it 3 to 6 inches from the edge of your desk. Set the control box 1/2 inch from the front edge of your desk and attach it with the screws provided. Attach the feet to the legs using the provided Allen key and hex screws. Then install the feet pads. Assemble for both sides. Now, if your setup has a crossbar, place your cables into the channel to keep them secure and out of the way and complete any other cable management that will be necessary for your setup. With a friend, turn your desk over. Finally, initialize the desk by pressing down on the controller and holding for 5 seconds. Once the desk pulses down and up, your desk is ready to use.